A second African bloc is calling for a recount of the Democratic Republic of Congo's presidential election. The International Conference of the Great Lakes region, a 12-member body including Kinshasa, allies Angola and Republic of Congo, expressed great concern at the controversy surrounding the vote. Observers noted widespread irregularities, including faulty voting machines and poorly run polling stations, overshadowing talks of democratic progress in the vast country of 80 million people. The December 30 vote was supposed to lead to Congo's first democratic transfer of power in 6 decades of independence and a new age after President Joseph Kabila's chaotic rule. Nigeria's Consul General in South Africa, Godwin Adama, has held a closed-door meeting with the Mayor of Johannesburg, Herman Mashaba. There's no tension to douse at the moment, but both men say it's part of a preemptive effort to work together in ensuring that citizens of both countries live in peace and safety. Our South Africa Bureau Chief, Betty Dibia, has more.
Yes, the meeting had immigration and consular concerns alongside the pleasantries. This follows a similar meeting in March 2017 at the Nigerian Consulate General in Johannesburg. While a social cohesion committee promised at the 2017 meeting is yet to see the light of day, the diplomatic briefings promised by the mayor have begun, and African diplomats will be hosted by him on the 28th of this month. Mayor Herman Mashaba had kind words to say about the many Nigerian professionals doing well in South Africa, but hopes the government on both sides will work together to tackle those he refers to as a few bad eggs, giving Nigeria a bad name.
I come from the business sector. I've worked with Nigerian the nationals who have worked, who are working in banks that have worked all over the world. They are playing a crucial role in our country. They are investing in our country. However, as I've indicated, you have a small percentage, like anywhere in the world. Here in South Africa, the big number of South Africans are good people, but we've got a small number that are criminals. So that is where you need a national government with the necessary powers to ensure that where there's element of criminality, they must deal with it.
For Nigeria's Consul General Godwin Adama, there also has to be concerted efforts to tackle the stereotyping of Nigerians in South Africa.
And there we know, so that the a number of Nigerians, very many of them, that professional Nigerians, the medical doctors, engineers and others that are living peacefully in this country without any form of harassment, will not be part and affected by these stereotypes. So we believe that those that are not, that will create any confusion, should be isolated.
The Consul General also says the goal of the meeting and exchanges is to keep the channel of communication and cooperation robust enough to prevent or promptly contain sights and sounds like these, often recorded, sometimes with fatalities. From Johannesburg, South Africa, Betty Dibia, Channels Television News.
South Africa is working on reforming its visa regime to improve services to prospective visitors to the country, whilst also protecting the nation from those who may not add value to the economy and the lives of the citizens. Speaking at a press conference in Johannesburg, the Minister for International Relations and Cooperation says the government has formed a committee to look into the problem areas with a view to developing a better visa system. President Cyril Ramaphosa, delivering his January 8 statement and manifesto launch in Durban at the weekend, said the effective border management is an important aspect to ensure the country and its people are safe. We asked Minister Sisulu if visa regime changes are in the offing.
We're not expecting stricter visa regulation, but we are expecting a rearrangement of how we deal with our visa regime. We've had a lot of complaints from people about how long it takes us to process our visas, and we have looked into the matter, and we have discovered that there is in fact an unseemly delay in the processing of visas, especially from the continent, for people who are coming to South Africa. We are saying to everybody South Africa is open for investment, and yet our visa regime is lagging behind. Government has put together an interministerial committee on migration to help us reform our visa regime. And at the moment we have a private company assisting us in processing the visas that are brought to us as at our embassies. This is a matter that has also caused a great deal of concern from our ambassadors, that they have no authority over whether or not people are given permission to come to our country, and yet they bear the brunt of the delays when the visa processing takes so long. So we're looking into that matter, and we would like to make sure that it is a more efficient visa system. It is one where people, especially of the African continent, feel that they are free to apply for it and get their responses on time and are able to come to South Africa. They're able to legitimately conduct their business and be protected by our laws by having the necessary documentation. But we do concede that the visa problem is a problem, and we're looking into that matter.